Witz for 5 minutes, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I want to say thanks to you, Minister, for being with us today to speak to Bill C-32. I appreciated that you spoke about immigration and the importance of immigrants to Canada's economy and our society. As you know, I've been a passionate advocate for immigrants and for more immigration, given that I truly believe that it's key to Canada's future economic growth and prosperity. In my riding of Davenport, immigration is also important, not least because 45% of my riding are first-generation immigrants, but also because many of the businesses in my riding are really having a hard time filling jobs and finding talent that will allow them to grow their businesses. Can you speak to what the federal government has done on immigration and how the fall economic statement, Bill C-32, continues to build on that work?
Yeah, thank you very much for the question. And I am very familiar, Ms. Jarwich, with your riding because our ridings neighbor each other. It is a wonderful, vibrant community, which is lucky to be home to many new Canadians. I do think that a strength of our country is, notwithstanding the very legitimate and significant partisan differences that we are hearing today, we do have a strong national consensus in support of immigration. As a Canadian, as a citizen, as a person, I really believe that immigration enriches our country culturally, socially. As finance minister, I am absolutely convinced of the way in which immigration and our country's openness to immigration is a tremendous economic strength. That has been the case throughout Canada's history. It is particularly the case today when Western industrialized societies, including our own, are experiencing a real demographic challenge, which manifests itself in labor shortages. I think it would be fair to say that there is no industrialized country in the world as open to immigrants as Canada. That is a huge economic strength. It gives us huge advantages when it comes to meeting the demographic challenge. And, if I could, for a moment, speak to everyone here and speak to all Canadians, I think we can't take that our success hitherto in welcoming immigrants, we can't take it for granted. And as a country, we need to understand how much our well-being and prosperity has been based on being a society that welcomes immigrants, and we need to always think about how to maintain that. Some of the housing measures in this bill are really important in that regard. We're a growing country. We need to build homes for new Canadians, and we need to be sure the Canadians already here have a place to live too.
Thank you very much. And I believe that there's also $1.6 billion that I think has been allocated to help support bringing in the new immigration levels that is anticipated in the coming years, as well as some additional dollars to clear up some of the backlogs. So I want to say thank you for that, because I think it's important for all the reasons you've mentioned. I want to turn quickly to business investment. Despite our low corporate income taxes and educated workforce, Canada continues to see low business investment, and I find it particularly troubling. And you mentioned in the preface of the Fall Economic Statement that we're in a time of great transformation, comparable in scale only to the Industrial Revolution. So my question to you, Minister, what exists in the Fall Economic Statement that will attract business investment here in Canada, and why do you think it's necessary?
Thanks again for the question. And that reference in the Fall Economic Statement carried on a theme which we made very forcefully in the budget. And this is that, look, Canada is amazing. I don't think there is a better country in the world. I know there's not a better country in the world, and I know there is no country better placed to navigate the challenges that the global economy is throwing at all of us. Having said that, we also need to be honest about where we can do better. And economically, the area where Canada can and must do better is productivity and business investment. We put forward in the budget and elaborated in the fall economic statement two really important tools to improve productivity and business investment. Those are the Canada Growth Fund and the Innovation Agency. I am really excited that we've been able to move quickly at getting them in place. They are going to help make Canada prosperous and help us accomplish the green transition.
Zarowitz,